Some of the best-known characters in the genre are represented in the lengthy array of combatants in Mortal Kombat. Over the years, the list includes about 100 fighters including Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, and Liu Kang. There are two especially strange ninjas who, very appropriately, have always been kept in the background. Even though some faces are noticeably fresher than the rest and many of them possess amassed, rich, intricate backstories. Khameleon and Khameleon, his female counterpart, are two of the most talented fighters in the series, although they largely go unrecognized. What distinguishes Khameleon and Khameleon from other ninjas like Smoke, Ermac, and the rest? And just who are they exactly? Both characters first appeared in Mortal Kombat Trilogy as covert fighters and weren't seen at all until Mortal Kombat Armageddon. The strong fan reaction to the announcement that they wouldn't be in the game led to their comeback in Armageddon, solidifying these formidable fighters as favorites of a tiny but devoted group of gamers who appreciate their distinctive fighting styles. Although they only feature in two of the same titles, NetherRealm Studios gave each of them just enough personality and mystique to pique fans' curiosity. Now let's explore the origins of Khameleon, the female counterpart in our video today. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
Drinking in the power of Blaze, Khameleon's eyes glowed as she focused her wrath on Shao Kahn.
The entire backstory and timeline of Khameleon. Khameleon has been said to be the last female Saurian, Reptile's race, also referred to as the Raptors, who were initially from Earthrealm and were either slain or forced out as a result of a great conflict in bios and closing screens in the Mortal Kombat Trilogy game. Although Khameleon isn't specifically mentioned, Raiden makes an allusion to it in the prologue of Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Gold. They relocate to the kingdom of Zatara, where they quickly come under Shao Kahn's notice. Kahn reduces the Raptors to near extinction and unites the realm with Outworld after conquering them in Mortal Kombat. Khameleon warns Reptile why Kahn is to be blamed for their race's demise, but Reptile, again, succumbs to Kahn's sway and turns on Khameleon. She is the only one who is aware of the actual history and truth of the Saurian kind and kingdom, which is not something Reptile himself is aware of, and she tries to persuade Reptile to see the reality and revolt against Shao Kahn. She explores the worlds after failing in her plots to kill Shao Kahn and thinks about getting even with him. Khameleon spent her whole existence hiding, looking, watching, listening, and waiting while she wandered the realms. She hears of the fight that would take place in Edenia, as well as the gift of ultimate power that would be given to the winner during the incidents of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. She became playable in the Nintendo Wii edition of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. In order to prevent this power from Kahn and take retribution on him for all his atrocities against her people, Khameleon attempts to acquire it for herself. She did, however, join the forces of light in the Battle of Armageddon, where she perished like nearly every other combatant. In the 2011 remake, Khameleon has a kind of cameo appearance. A female Grey Ninja may be seen in the game's narrative mode wearing Khameleon's Mortal Kombat Trilogy suit. Khameleon only makes a few brief cameos in the narrative mode of Mortal Kombat 11. She only appears throughout the tournament while standing in the background and is shown in her original appearance from her first Mortal Kombat game when she used power to disguise herself as a human. Khameleon does not take part in the epic fight for Earthrealm. She simply attends the competition when the heroes must face Shao Kahn. After that, she leaves. Despite not being a playable character in Mortal Kombat X, Khameleon does have a support card in the Mortal Kombat X mobile app. She is merely a small supporter of the events despite the fact the card is classified as a support card. Khameleon has only made two small background cameos or supporting appearances in the parallel timeline. Even though a few characters refer to her as the last Zataran, she only features in Mortal Kombat X Mobile and is absent from Mortal Kombat X Reptile. Bo Raicho, a knowledgeable warrior, informs the male Zataran Saurian that he is not the final of his kind. There is another one, but Reptile as well as the other characters are unaware of this. This is being said while others claim that Reptile is the last of his species. Khameleon is unlike other Mortal Kombat characters or female ninjas in that her backstory is not only shrouded in mystery, but so is her demeanor. According to what little is known about Khameleon's nature, she will not support Shao Kahn or work for him in his efforts to destroy the Saurian kingdom and race, unlike Reptile. In addition to vowing never to aid Shao Kahn, it is stated that Khameleon intends to exact retribution by killing him for all he has done. However, she also wants to torture and hurt him. Both the beginning and the conclusion of Khameleon's bio emphasize her ongoing efforts to persuade Reptile to join her in her fight against Shao Kahn. Khameleon wants the Emperor to suffer for both his wrongdoing on Zatera and Saria and what he's done to many other planets. She only has a wrath for Shao Kahn and none for other warriors she battles. When Khameleon eventually beats Shao Kahn, she wants him to experience suffering and beg for compassion. Shao Kahn's transformation into a raptor and Saurian in Khameleon's Armageddon ending, along with wishing him dead, demonstrates her desire for the Emperor to suffer horrors worse than death. Khameleon has Shao Kahn submit to her in addition to transforming him into a Saurian in the Armageddon finale. The fact that she wants him to feel anguish and face a destiny worse than death shows that she does not only want to exact retribution on him, but she wants him to suffer. Making Shao Kahn submit to her, however, Khameleon demonstrates her desire to shatter him and gain authority over the one who is responsible for all her misery. While both Khameleon and Reptile are among their species' final survivors, it is stated that she is the sole one who really understands their cultures, histories, and realms, in contrast to Reptile. According to Khameleon's bio introduction for Armageddon, the reason that she has endured for so long is that she's been lurking, practicing watching, listening, waiting, and observing without anybody being aware of her presence. Khameleon states that despite her desire to exact revenge on Shao Kahn, she has realized that the Emperor is far too strong and has had to find alternative ways to end his life, as opposed to engaging him head-on. Khameleon claims that Shao Kahn thrives on battles and that each battle made him stronger, better, and more improved while hiding, seeking retribution, and covertly monitoring everyone without their knowledge. Khameleon describes how she has wandered endlessly through several kingdoms, never settling down or remaining in one spot. Khameleon says that she always wears a mask or camouflage to hide her existence from others. She is adept at acquiring information, as seen by the fact that, without the heroes' knowledge, she admits having learned about Blaze's strength from them during their chat. Khameleon is said to be unhappy when Reptile returns to Shao Kahn's front to serve him once more. Khameleon dislikes how weak-willed Reptile really is and wants to assist him in conquering this flaw. She also dislikes how Shao Kahn treats him like a pawn and a disposable servant. Khameleon has no issue inflicting Shao Kahn's followers with the same punishment and doom she desires upon the Emperor. Whether they are willing or reluctant followers, despite the fact that she dislikes Reptile and those who are used as tools by the Emperor, in addition to all of that, she maintains much of her personality and abilities a secret, much like her male counterpart, Khameleon. What was Khameleon like in the games? Mortal Kombat Trilogy's Khameleon first appeared as a hidden fighter in the Nintendo 64 edition. Khameleon, an identical male character, appeared in the PlayStation, PC, and Sega Saturn renditions. She makes her long-awaited comeback in Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the Nintendo Wii with a fresh look. In the trilogy, Khameleon originally debuted as a female ninja with a different color scheme. She briefly becomes fully and partially invisible during gaming. When battling herself, her attire remains the same, but one of them would possess a darker complexion, equivalent to Jade's. Her outfits in Armageddon are comparable to the traditional female ninja garb from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and the trilogy. They also change color similarly to Khameleon. She now seems to be wearing turquoise blue by default. However, she may also alter the color of her attire to gray. None of her unique techniques, however, make this happen. When Khameleon's body is entirely translucent while playing, much like Khameleon's, her skin is also altered to be a transparent white in marketing renderings. In the trilogy, she was a hidden character that could be accessed by entering a secret code. She was hoped to feature in Armageddon during its early stages along with Motaro, Khameleon, and numerous other trifling characters, but this was not yet confirmed. Khameleon would make her debut appearance in 3D in a Mortal Kombat Armageddon piece that appeared in a 2006 September edition of official Xbox magazine. She would not, however, feature in Armageddon, according to the producer of Midway, Sean Hemerick, who stated this in an interview with him at the Games Convention in August 2006. Later, Cinder, a Midway Forums moderator, wrote that she wouldn't be in the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2 versions of Armageddon. Regardless of the player in charge of her in the the trilogy, she was difficult to spot due to her capacity to become partially invisible. Her name on her life bar altered blue to indicate if her movements are Jade's greenish, Melina purplish, or Kitana's bluish, rather than having any moves or deaths of her own. Her name was often difficult to notice because the life bar was blue. However, the timing is tricky. She theoretically was privy to each of the triple ninjas' attacks and deaths, similar to Smoke's debut in Mortal Kombat 2. She may be faced with a one-player duel. The Star Bridge must first be the scene of a conflict. The player will then be sent to the Living Forest level to battle Khameleon. If they press down and start simultaneously when Don Fortin makes an appearance and says, "Toasty!" She can also be defeated by turning on the Covert Persistence ladders. If successful, Khameleon will continue to battle in the Living Forest arena and appear near the pit of the highest level ladder. Khameleon made brief appearances in the intermediate Mortal Kombat games after she made a comeback as an accessible member in Armageddon. She may now use a few of the additional ninjas' moves in Mortal Kombat Armageddon at any moment, causing her outfit to switch to the hue of the ninja whose move it is. Frost did not make a move toward her. When a goal for one of Nitara's conquest mode segments in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance has failed, the following failure notice appears. You must successfully learn the Kama. Khameleon would have mastered it with ease had her culture not been clubbed by Shao Kahn ages ago. This makes an allusion to the Culture Club song Karma Chameleon from the 1980s. She is acknowledged to be one of Reptile's allies in Mortal Kombat Deception, demonstrating their relationship. In Mortal Kombat Armageddon's epilogue, Reptile finds a female Zaterran within a tomb. Reptile was transformed back into his normal human shape as the female awakened, and shortly their kind would flourish once more. Initially, it was believed that this nameless figure was kind of a nod to Khameleon. However, John Vogel said in a November 2006 online conversation that Khameleon is probably a brand new, unconnected character. What made Khameleon such a powerful warrior? At her debut, Khameleon had all the abilities and skills of every female ninja that has appeared up to the trilogy, and she displayed impressive fighting prowess. She had access to all of the weapons used by the triple female ninjas, including Kitana's steel fence, Melina's sai, and Jade's staff and Razorangs. Additionally, she was shown to be more effectively invisible than Khameleon, her male counterpart. She has only recently started using methods from the Hemomancer Scarlet and the Cryomancer Frost. Her abilities are combined into a particular moveset in Armageddon, proving her status as a ninja and giving her access to Tanya's and all three of the others' abilities simultaneously. She is, however, toned down because she does not possess all of their abilities. He also has nearly undetectable skin with only faint contours discernible. Khameleon shoots a ball of fire at her opponent. Tanya is to blame for this maneuver. Khameleon leaps into the sky and flings a punch at approaching adversaries. Kitana is responsible for this move. Khameleon immediately kicks her adversary from above and then fires a set of sai at them as she slips through the ground. Melina is the source of these maneuvers. Khameleon turns around, a halo of green smoke enveloping her, and emerges behind her adversary. Jade inspired this maneuver. Khameleon may toss a glaive as sharp as a razor at the adversary after curling up into a ball and launching herself at their legs. Khameleon changes color to green and strikes the adversary with a kick. She also flings a razor-sharp fan in the direction of the adversary. The opponent is lifted into the air by a rush of air she produces by rapidly rotating the fans, leaving them open for a free strike. This was made more challenging by the fact that the only way to identify her chosen moveset was by the color her moniker would change to. This meant that in order to alter her tactics, her adversaries would have to take their attention off the battle. The Armageddon variant of Khameleon likewise has translucent skin and is dressed in turquoise. Marvelous verdict. In Armageddon, both fighters, Khameleon and Khameleon, have simplified their movesets. Their attire simply changes color to correspond with the ninja whose special techniques they use. Only Khameleon has been officially identified as a Saurian, which is an intriguing distinction between the two. She is therefore of the same kind as Reptile, although Khameleon, her male counterpart, whom Reptile had previously recognized, is an entirely different species. Since Reptile was long believed to be the final Saurian, this trivial detail has a significant significant impact. Additionally, it elevates Khameleon's personality above that of her male equivalent, who is currently a generic ninja. Khameleon's original omission from Armageddon and the fact that she is named once more among the female ninjas in Mortal Kombat 11, but not at all when it comes to Khameleon, are both indication of this. The imminent revamp of reality in Mortal Kombat 12 may be a perfect opportunity to explore these intriguing and potent characters which have received little attention from mainstream Mortal Kombat players. If you like the content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.